So, this is it.
Yup. It's just the two of us left. Did you think about it? My proposition?
So, you really meant it.
I did. And I still do. I know it's crazy, but show me something that hasn't been lately. What do you say?
I can't give up my life for you.
I don't think I'm that selfless.
Sure.
I understand. I'd probably do the same thing if I were you. Well, in that case, good luck whatever happens. I hope your new life doesn't let you down.
Same to you, buddy. I'll make sure you get a chance to find your own happiness.
Thanks, man. Take care.
John, Agatha here. Our people are about to land. Did you prepare everything as we discussed?
Maybe. But I have some questions I'd like to ask you before we proceed with this plan.
I know you've been talking to Lena.
You do? Yeah. I know you do.
I thought we had a deal. No more secrets. Do you really think you can pull one over on me?
I'm just trying to make sure nothing bad happens to my alters. Convince me you won't hurt them, and I'll be more than happy to board your ship. Which just happens to be manned by an armed squadron.
Oh. So you expect me to explain myself to you now? After everything that's happened, I must say that's cheeky. But I will indulge you. The team is armed because this is a Rapidium retrieving mission, Jan. And the corporation will protect its assets with whatever means available. Now, I don't know what you and your ex have been discussing so fervently on an unauthorized channel, but I would like you to listen to me very carefully. Whatever you might be thinking of doing, you must understand that your time of breezy irresponsibility is coming to an end. You are heading back to society, where certain rules and laws apply. In this world, every decision you make has consequences. And not just for you. Take Lena, for example. Her career, so promising. It would indeed be a shame were it to be cut short by criminal charges.
What? Hey, Lena has nothing to do with this.
Of course she doesn't. As long as everything goes as planned. But, if the mission is compromised, I'm afraid the Disciplinary Commission will have no choice but to investigate her involvement thoroughly. I can't imagine you'd possibly value a bunch of quantum-projected reflections of yourself more than your real loving wife, because that would be very narcissistic. The corporation owes them nothing. You owe them nothing. They do not exist for real, and you know that. Because you're a grown man, Jan Dolsky, not a child who believes in fantasies. Smuggle them on board the ship as you were told, and do not attempt a single thing we haven't agreed on. Once you take off, your nightmare will be over, and there will be no more than ghosts to you. You'll forget your worries. Everything is different in the light of day. And of course, I can't wait to have a blast with you at our press conference.
So, this is it. Thanks for saving my life, being a home for me, for us.
Dolsky. This is the Allied Corp Rescue Squadron at your service, sir.
Hello. You made it.
We made it. Hear that, guys? Praising us for getting here on time. You made it, Dolsky. And we couldn't believe the brief when we read it. How are you feeling, big guy?
Ready to do it all over again, if needed.
What a champ. I wish I'd met you earlier. Operating that base, getting it to the other side of the planet, collecting rupidium, all on your freaking own. Yet we've been having heated debates about how you managed it.
I'll tell you more when we land. We'll have a lot of time to talk, right?
Yeah, brace yourself. You better prepare to be the talk of the town. Anyway, you must be beaten. Get that gritty ass of yours on the ship while we run a final checkup on that CB unit. All right, boys and girls. Let's go retrieve some Allied Corp assets. Okay, let's get that rupidium loaded first.
On it, sir. Scanning for contamination. Hey, there's something strange about this one. It's heavier. And the bioscanner readings.
Contamination?
I don't know. Organic traces.
Dolsky, did you have a cat that climbed into a rupidium arc or anything?
Seeing cockroaches. You know how those suckers can survive anywhere.
Oh, man. Are you for real? You think you can point me to their source inside the base so I can confirm your theory?
Listen, I think I've explained myself enough. I did my best to collect as much rupidium as I could. I don't want it to go to waste because of your doubts. If there is anything wrong with that arc, I'm sure Allied Corp experts on the ground can take care of it. But everything I've collected must be brought back to Earth.
Okay, Dolsky. You win. But whatever's in there, that's on you.
What do we do, sir?
Load them. All of them. Just make sure those containers are sealed tight. You'll get a proper checkup when we land. We gotta clear the place and get out of here. On the double now.
random sequence of events. Now I know that there's always another way. I've made my choices. Wherever I go, they will be a part of me.
Good news on the food front, as another Rapidium food factory has been announced to open next month. This time not by a big corporation, but a small startup aiming at producing low-cost, high-quality products for everyone. It's the first time a company from outside the Big Six has taken Rapidium from research to production. And experts have no doubt that this is only the start of a bigger process.
Having these smaller companies who got their share of Rapidium entering the market is great news. Let's remember that those startups have big ambitions. They want to be innovative, think outside the box. And their priority is not to boost their stock prices, but to make their mark in the industry. I'm sure more will follow to create a competitive environment, and in the long run, Rapidium-grown food will become much cheaper and more available to everyone.
More on that subject in our business segment right after the break.
Hello?
Hey, Jan, it's Sarah. Ready for court? The driver's on his way.
I've been stuck in this apartment for months. I'm excited to go anywhere. Even if it is my own trial.
Right. Just stick to the version we discussed, okay?
I'm still not convinced. Shouldn't I just tell the truth?
Look, we already talked about that, right? Let's follow the script. No mention of any illegal experiments up there, and you can count on leniency.
Legal experiments.
Listen, I don't know the details of what went on, and I don't have to know. But we should be glad Ally Corp is willing to turn a blind eye on what you did. Steering their ship into a goddamn desert.
Of course they are. Yet they'll do anything to make sure I don't talk.
Yeah, for some reason, the Rapidium spin's all they care about. For now. They could stop being so generous if you don't play along. So just go with their story that you lost it up there.
That's your recommendation, as my lawyer.
It makes sense, doesn't it? A man stranded on a hostile planet after losing his whole crew, all alone for so long.
Temporary insanity, huh?
It's a valid strategy.
Except it's not true.
As much as I respect your idealism, I have to remind you that this case is not about establishing the truth. It's about giving Ally Corp what they want and getting you a lenient sentence.
Okay. So, how did the morning hearings go?
Your mission controller testified first, Lucas Pena. He said that your erratic behavior could have been caused by manipulative instructions sent to you by Dr. Maxwell, his former boss.
Thanks, Lucas. You're a real friend.
Maxwell's dismissal from the corporation is something we can work with. But still, you did what you did. You hijacked that ship.
So you still think I'm going to jail?
I don't think we can avoid that altogether. But there's a big chance for probation.
Probation, huh?
I think I could handle that. Right. What about the other hearing?
Lena, she stuck to everything we discussed. No surprises there.
Okay.
Well, maybe except for one moment at the end when she pointed out that this was not just any mission for you. And how she witnessed you facing those struggles all by yourself and emerging a changed, better man out of it all.
Really? Those her words?
Yeah. Not exactly a game changer considering the scandal surrounding her exit from Ally Corp, but it's something.
How is she handling it? Being fired like that?
Well, it wasn't nice, but at least they didn't press charges for sabotaging their database or whatever it was that she did.
Right. They simply didn't want anyone to find out how and why she helped me.
What matters to us is that she testified in your favor.
It means a lot to me that she's still rooting for me, despite everything.
You'll be allowed to talk to her after the trial. I know she wants to meet. For now, why don't we focus on your testimony? Let's go through it one more time.
Yeah, no need to do that. My driver just arrived. I should go now.
The driver can wait. Are you absolutely sure you've got this? Your future depends on it.
I know. Don't worry. I'm ready to face it.
Organic traces.
Dusky, did you have a cat that climbed into a Rapidium arc or anything?
Cat? Not that I know of.
Well, we got something in here. Any explanation you can give me?
Sorry, but I didn't catch that. I think my radio was broken.
Seriously? The readings show that there's signs of life inside this crate. And it's considerably heavier than the other ones. We can't just ignore it. You might be a hero, Dusky, but you need to cooperate.
I have nothing to declare.
Sir, sun's gonna rise any minute now.
Fine. We can't waste any more time on this. Get those arcs on board. All of them. Corporal, get back to the ship and escort Mr. Dulski to our premium suite for special guests. Sorry, Dulski, but we gotta keep an eye on you until we clear this matter. Now let's go get that base sorted.
Did I end up here?
Right after the break.
Hello?
Hi, Jan. Peter here. So, we have 2 interviews scheduled for today and an optional charity dinner, but we'll get to that later. The car's on its way. I thought I'd call and check if you're ready.
More interviews? When do I get a day off?
I'm sorry, but you're bound by the contract you signed when you volunteered for Project Dolly. Plus, you know, you're a hero now. It's part of the job.
Anything new I should be prepared to talk about?
Not really. Same old story. You know the drill.
Yeah. I brought the Rapidium all on my own thanks to my determination and undying faith in the mission.
As well as the support and dedication of Ally Corp professionals.
Exactly my thought.
Perfect. You're all set then.
Agatha back from her business trip yet?
Yes, I believe she is. Why?
Did you deliver my message to her?
I'm sorry, I only got to her assistant. She said she'd pass it on.
And? Did she?
Look, if this is about that special cargo you asked about, I don't think we're getting much out of them. I don't know what was in it, but maybe you should just let it go. I mean, you can have whatever you want now. Extended healthcare, increased personal expenses, a bigger apartment, maybe? If there's anything you need, Ally Corp just wants us to let them know.
You're right. Best to just let it go and enjoy the ride.
Exactly. You're being taken care of, Jan. There's nothing to worry about anymore. Right. Moving on to that charity event. Like I said, it's optional. You don't have to go. Dr. Lenneberg was invited too. And her assistant called yesterday, asking if you're planning on attending. Because if you are, she'd rather skip it. I guess running the Department of Rapidium Technologies makes her value her time more, huh? So, question is, are you planning on attending?
Is there really no chance of the 2 of us being in the same room?
I don't know. I think this is between you and her. I don't do personal matters, really. But you were in touch with her during the mission, right? I heard that she helped you somehow?
Yeah, she did. I guess she's just disappointed with how I played things out.
Disappointed? Are you serious?
Looks like it, yeah. But I did what was best for me, and I have no regrets.
How can you have any regrets? I'm sorry, but I don't understand.
Never mind.
Okay, so what are we telling her PA? About that dinner, do you want to go?
I'll pass. Tell Lana she can have the stage all to herself. Please send her my congratulations on her new role at Ally Corp. Big step up for her.
Of course I will. Now, I have a list of questions for the first interview in front of me. Why don't we go through them quickly?
Too late. That's my driver. Gotta go.
Well, are you sure? I mean, there are a few that could be tougher than usual.
Don't worry. I'll be fine. I'm not afraid of tough questions. All right, so this is it. Yup. It's
was just the two of us left. Did you think about it? My proposition? So, you really meant it. I did. And I still do. I know it's crazy, but show me something that hasn't been lately. What do you say? I've given it some thought, and I realized that my path lies with the others. For better and for worse. So, yes. Go instead of me. Seek your happiness, and I'll seek mine. Wow. I didn't think you'd be up to it. I honestly don't know what to say. Don't say anything. I'm doing it for the both of us. That is the only way I'd want it. So, I guess it's time to switch. Ready to get in? Okay. Don't let me down. I won't. Wish me luck. Good luck, man.
There's nothing.
More on that subject in our business segment right after the break.
Hello?
Hey there.
Lena. Hey.
I'm on my way to your place. Are you ready for a big day?
I've been stuck in these four walls for almost 2 months. I'm excited to go anywhere, even if it's my own trial. Thanks for finding the time to take me there.
It's nothing. I'm just glad I can help in any way. It must be confusing testifying as someone you're not.
Yeah, it is confusing. Funny, but it almost feels like walking in the shoes of a total stranger. But it's good to know I can share my secret with you, and that I have your support.
Any news from the morning hearings?
Yeah, my lawyer told me that Lucas Pena testified.
And how'd it go?
Good, I think. He testified that Jan's erratic behavior could have been caused by manipulative instructions from Maxwell. My lawyer thinks that Maxwell's dismissal from the corporation just proves his point, and he's hoping this can swing the cord in our favor.
And how are you feeling? All set to take the stand and give your testimony?
As long as you're by my side, I'm ready for anything.
Good. Then I hope you've been rehearsing what Ally Corp wants you to say. No mention of who you are, or the real Jan and the other ones who got away. Nothing. You shouldn't jeopardize their safety.
The real Jan? Is that how you think of him? Who am I to you then?
Hey, stop it. You're real too. I just... Remember what you said to me when we met after you arrived? About being honest.
Of course.
Well, that's what we need to do. Be honest with ourselves. Even if it's not easy. I don't want to pretend all this is just some kind of fake fairy tale. I don't want to lie to myself about who you really are. It wouldn't be right by you and by him. It's still so confusing.
I know. Sorry. We'll work it out, I promise.
Yeah, I know. Let's get back to your testimony. Where were we?
No mention of anything.
Just stick to the version recommended by the Allied Corp lawyers, and you can count on leniency.
I know. The prosecutor will respect our understanding and request a minimal sentence.
Yes. That's what they promised you, right?
What if I decide to tell the truth?
Please. You don't know them. They'll come at you with everything they've got. You tried to steal their assets. I'm sorry, but that's how it looks. It's a good thing they were so consumed with salvaging Rapidium from that ship. Otherwise, they wouldn't turn a blind eye about the rest of the cargo getting away. If you don't play along, they can pin so much on you. But I know Agatha. I know why she desperately wants to keep her trial low-key. All she cares about is the Rapidium spin and share prices. So, don't overthink it. Just take the damn deal.
12 to 18 months home confinement. That's what my lawyer said. If I take it. Not that long, huh?
No, not long at all. It's not that hard. You, Jan Dolsky, were out there all alone, suffering from prolonged solitude, radiation, constant fear of dying. That's why you behaved irrationally when the rescue team got to you. And you don't remember why you hijacked the ship and ran away. You weren't yourself.
Very funny.
I'm serious. You need to plead temporary insanity, like your lawyer advised.
Yeah, I know. I was unable to appreciate the nature of my wrongful acts, and I'm happy that Ally Corp tracked me down and offered me mental support. See? I did my homework.
Yeah, now you need to deliver, okay? You need to do it for the sake of the others out there. Ally Corp promised not to seek them out actively.
It's not the others you care so much about, but him, right? You'll never stop caring for him even though he let you go.
He sacrificed himself for the sake of whatever he had in his mind. How can I not give a shit about that?
No, you're right. Of course, I'm sorry. Stupid jealousy.
Jan cared for you too, you know? All of you. So, it's just about basic decency.
You're right. I owe it to them. You did your thing by disabling that implant tracking system, but I guess it's not enough for Ally Corp.
It's not. If they set their minds on something, they're bound to achieve it one way or another. And since they fired me, you no longer have a friend on the inside.
I know.
Right. I'm outside your building. Just need to find a parking spot.
Good luck with that.
It's not such a bad neighborhood.
You think?
For home arrest.
Right.
Bingo. Found it. You can come down. Don't forget your ID.
I won't. Lena.
Yeah?
I really appreciate this. I do.
I know.
I get how crazy this must be for you. It's crazy for me too. But I love you.
Right. Just give me time, okay?
Of course. Looks like I'll have a lot of that. I'll see you in a minute.
people have continued to take to the streets in reaction to food rations being cut down to the bare minimum. Now onto the top story of the week. Events are unfolding rapidly as AliCorp has announced today that the Rapidium found by one of its missions has been tested, verified, and cleared for development in the newly created Department of Rapidium Technology. According to the press release, the new unit will be run by Dr. Lena Berg, a biotechnician with significant experience in AliCorp's research department. Dr. Berg will lead a team of highly skilled professionals to develop and deliver the best Rapidium grow products. AliCorp also pledged to share Rapidium with non-profit organizations according to their subsidy terms. Experts say that this is what matters most.
I'm sure AliCorp can come up with some exciting Rapidium solutions quickly, but what's really important is that they won't have monopoly. And we will get Rapidium-grown food, not just for the richest buyers, but for everyone.
More on that subject in our business segment right after the break.
Hello?
Hey, it's me.
Lena. I was pretty sure you wouldn't want to talk to me.
I'm sorry I reacted like that. I was in shock. I needed to be alone.
But you're calling now. That's all that matters.
Well, I wasn't sure if I wanted to, but then I found out we've been invited to the same press event. Jan Dolsky, the man who brought Rapidium to Earth.
And Lena Berg, freshly appointed as the head of AliCorp's Department of Rapidium Technologies.
You heard?
Of course. Congratulations. I'm so proud.
Thanks. Jan. It's still so awkward to call you that knowing who you really are.
Well, it shouldn't be awkward. I'm the same person he was. I just didn't make his mistakes.
I have to say I appreciate your honesty. The way you just reached out to me. It was very brave of you to tell me the truth, instead of pretending to be him. Like you do in front of everybody else.
Brave? Please, Lena, I could never lie to you. It's against my nature. I just wish I could show myself to the world like I'm showing myself to you. Sharing that secret with you is almost like splitting the burden in half. So I'm the one who should be saying thank you.
In that case, can I ask you something? The other night, when we met and you told me about yourself, you said Jan, my ex, wanted you to come back instead of him. But you never said what really happened to him and the others. Didn't they get onto that rescue ship?
No. They stayed behind because there was only room for one person on the spacecraft.
Really? But Jan said something about hiding you. His alters, smuggling you on board. Didn't that happen?
All right, yes, that happened. They took the others on board the ship, but that's the last I've heard of them. I'm sorry. I didn't want to disturb you. It's hard enough for me.
So what about the plan to hijack the ship? Jan asked me to disable the tracking of your implants so that he could get you away to a safe location. Did he give up on that?
Look, it's complicated. We were swapping places in the last moment, and I'm not sure about everything he had in his mind at that time.
Whose idea was it to swap places?
It was his idea.
But why?
Maybe he just wanted you to be happy, and the only way to do that was to send a version of himself that could fill the void he left behind.
I see. What do you think happened to him?
I don't know. I think we should face the fact that he's gone. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Doesn't work for me. With my new position in the company, they'll have to tell me the truth.
What if your position is a result of what happened? He wouldn't want you to lose it. Neither of us would want you to lose it.
Are you telling me I should just let it go?
Maybe.
Shit.
What? What happened?
Sorry, I almost just ran into another car.
You're driving?
Yeah, to the press event. It starts in half an hour.
Damn. I'd better get going myself.
Jan?
Yeah?
If we're gonna do this together, I'm gonna have to be sure I can trust you. Can I trust you?
Of course you can. I'll see you in half an hour.
Jan, how are preparations? Is everything ready?
I'm ready.
And your altars? Are they well hidden?
Can I be sure you'll keep your part of the deal? I know about Patient 313, and many others, probably.
You do.
Is that how you're gonna treat my alters as well? And just erase their data if they happen to die?
No escaping my mistakes, it seems. Yes, I admit, unfortunate things happened. Very unfortunate. And I regret them deeply. I didn't want anyone to suffer. But it happened. I can't turn back the clock. All I can do, all we can do, is make sure this tragedy doesn't go to waste. We're so close to changing everything for the better. You can't let me down now.
You? What about my alters?
Your alters? I know you've grown close, but you need to think rationally. You know you can't give them a normal life on Earth. You'll never be able to do that. What you can do is make their existence really matter. Not just for you personally, but for a much bigger purpose. That's something we can only do together, you and me. Please, just think about it. Don't let emotions get the better of you.
It's brutal, but deep down, I'm afraid you might be right. I wasn't thinking much about their future when I was creating them.
But you can sense what a transgressive act it was, and you feel the responsibility for it. Deep down, you know what's the most reasonable thing to do, and safest for you.
For me?
Yes. You are aware that if we don't follow this through as planned, I will have to disclose everything to the corporation?
What? No, why?
Because it would be the truth. About you. Using my knowledge against my intentions, taking advantage of my trust to break the law and do something inexplicable. for purely selfish reasons, you'd spend a lifetime in jail, be stigmatized by society, and as for your alters, well, like I said, they have no future anyway.
I guess that's a lot to think about.
Of course. I understand it would be hard for you to let go of your alters, after all you've been through together. But you need to remember one thing. Whatever promises you made to them, remember, Jan, they are merely quantum simulations of your mind draped in mortal human flesh. You owe them nothing. So I advise you to think this through very carefully. One false move, and you can destroy everything you've struggled for. Or you can come back safely and live your life as you want, a free man. All you need to do is simply smuggle your alters on board the ship as you were told to, and nothing else. Don't overthink it. Do the right thing.
People are protesting against the inaction of the government, but also the Big Six corporations, which, despite public subsidies, have done nothing to solve the global food and water problem. Agatha Wilson, member of the board at Ally Corp, has condemned the violence and denied any responsibility for the attacks. Despite the ongoing fiasco of Ally Corp's space mining mission program, Ms. Wilson has expressed her confidence that finding Rapidium and bringing it to Earth is only a matter of time. Meanwhile, Dr. Terrence Maxwell, who recently left Ally Corp to start his own company overseas, has publicly spoken out about his former employers, calling them incompetent and counter-progressive.
Humanity has always looked to the outside world for solutions to its problems. We call ourselves Homo sapiens. A wise species. But have we reached our limits? What if the wise human could evolve into an inerrant one?
The interview received mixed reactions within the scientific community. We'll be talking about all those controversies to our experts shortly after the break.
Hello?
Jan, are you ready? Your driver should be there any minute.
You didn't have to send a driver for me. I know how to get to the airport.
Oh, come on, you know you need to keep a low profile. Maxwell was very specific about it when he let you travel back to your place. You're gonna have much more freedom once you get back to us.
Yeah, I know. Low profile.
You didn't contact anybody, did you?
Oh, just, the media?
Please, Jan, this is serious.
All right, sorry.
Fine. So, did you manage to pack all the things you wanted from your apartment?
Yeah. Not so many of them, it seems.
Okay then. Now, just so you know, your new passport is ready. Remember to use that one, okay?
Isn't that a bit much? I mean, I'm not a wanted criminal.
It's Maxwell's request. He wants to be on the safe side. That's why he got you a private charter. They're never too meticulous about those. But officially, you're a dead man, right? Ally Corp can never find out that your spacecraft made it back to Earth with Rapidium.
Is Maxwell planning to pretend forever that he doesn't have it?
I don't know. Maybe you should ask him about his plans. He can't wait for you to get back.
I can't wait to see the results of his work.
Yeah, his new project is everything to him. Maybe they're not making progress as fast as he wished for, but once they get their hands on more Rapidium, Maxwell's new partners are planning to expand their space mining operations in the course of next year. You really should ask Maxwell in person about the details, though.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I think it's high time Maxwell fulfilled his promise and let me find out if my alters are safe. He's been taking his time with it.
I talked to him about that. He knows how important it is to you. But he wants to know your motives are pure. If you're fully dedicated to his undertaking.
Dedicated? What's that supposed to mean exactly?
Well, I think he's suggesting you should join them. Become part of the experiments yourself.
What?
Listen, just get on that plane and talk to Maxwell in person about it.
What if I change my mind and don't get on that plane?
You'd be breaking an agreement you had with Maxwell. And I don't think you want to do that.
What do you mean I don't want to do that?
Let's not find out, okay? Your driver is almost there.
And?
Just come back as agreed. You'll smooth things out with Maxwell on site. Oh, and one more thing. I tried to get in touch with Lucas Pena, like you asked. Good news is, I managed to track him down. He's back in his hometown, working with local kids or something. Bad news is, he wouldn't respond to any of my messages. Blocked my number. But, of course, we can keep trying from a new one, if that's what you want.
Yeah, keep trying. I know he'll break eventually, and hear me out.
Okay, sure. Just got a message from your driver. He's waiting downstairs. You'd better get going, Jan. Get out of that old cramped apartment and embrace your new, exciting life. You ready?
Yeah. I'm ready.
Good news on the food front, as another Rapidium food factory has been announced to open next month. This time not by a big corporation, but a small startup aiming at producing low-cost, high-quality products for everyone. It's the first time a company from outside the Big Six has taken Rapidium from research to production. And experts have no doubt that this is only the start of a bigger process.
Having these smaller companies who got their share of Rapidium entering the market is great news. Let's remember that those startups have big ambitions. They want to be innovative, think outside the box. And their priority is not to boost their stock prices, but to make their mark in the industry. I'm sure more will follow to create a competitive environment, and in the long run, Rapidium-grown food will become much cheaper and more available to everyone.
More on that subject in our business segment right after the break.
Hello?
Hey, Jan, it's Sarah. Ready for court? The driver's on his way.
I've been stuck in this apartment for months. I'm excited to go anywhere. Even if it is my own trial.
Right. Just stick to the version we discussed, okay?
That version in which I'm just a clueless builder.
Correct. As expected, Maxwell is trying to pin it all on you. Hijacking the ship, conducting those branching experiments without informing him. We have to convince the court that it was exactly the other way around, that he made you do all those things. Are you ready to do that?
Of course. I was just doing as I was told.
Good. We have to use the conflict between him and AliCorp to our advantage.
And the corporation is still on my side.
They'll never admit that they lost control of your mission.
So the strategy to put the blame on Maxwell...
Is consulted with them, yes.
Damn. Why does it feel like I'm selling my soul?
Please, Jan, it's not the best time for moral dilemmas. Keep Ally Corp happy and they will have no interest in complicating your trial. They got Rapidium, and they don't want anyone questioning the methods that were used to get it.
So... if I want to play along...
You need to make Maxwell look like a madman.
Maybe that's all he ever was. Okay. So, how did the morning hearings go?
Your mission controller testified, Lucas Pena. And he disclosed some very incriminating facts about Maxwell's experiments from the past. It's gold for us.
Man. I hope I didn't bring disaster on us by encouraging Lucas to face the truth.
You encouraged him? Well, what can I say? It is going to complicate the picture for Ally Corp. But that's not our problem. In fact, it can turn all the attention to Maxwell and possibly even get you acquitted.
Really? It's that good?
It can be. Just play your role of a grateful employee and let the corporation take over the narrative.
Yeah, right. Anything else I should know?
I reached out to your ex-wife. She agreed to testify in your favor and against Maxwell.
Really? That's great news.
Yes, being backed by the new head of Rapidium Technologies will definitely score you some points.
Do you think I could talk to her after the trial?
Technically, you could, but I'm afraid she's made it very clear that she'd prefer to stay away from, well, everything that concerns you.
Oh. I see.
Let's practice your testimony.
Yeah, no need to do that. My driver just arrived. I should go now.
The driver can wait. Are you absolutely sure you've got this? Your future depends on it.
I know. Don't worry. I'm ready to face it.
Said he was glad he could play a role in something finally. I think that's how he phrased it. Anyway, that's taking a lot off your shoulders, but then again, there's the fate of the rescue team. People lost their lives, and the prosecutor thinks your recklessness might have played a role.
I'm willing to take the blame for that.
I suggest you take it easy and stay in your lane. Jumping the gun with honorable gestures is not gonna help your cause.
I'm not getting away with it completely, am I?
I wouldn't count on it. But that makes Pena's testimony even more valuable to us. Tell them what they want to hear, and you might be out in a couple of years.
Right. What about the other? Go get him.
Yup. looks like the corporation is gonna have a lot on their plate because of that one. But that's not our problem. In fact, it can turn all the attention to Maxwell and possibly even get you acquitted.
Really? It's that good?
It would be if it weren't for that situation with the rescue team. People lost their lives, and the prosecutor thinks your recklessness might have played a role.
I'm not responsible for their deaths.
Blaming Maxwell might help you convince the court about that.
So, it's either the clueless idiot scenario or jail.
That's basically it.